Rockstar Games' Red Dead Redemption 2 first released on October 26, 2018 for PS4 and Xbox One, and garnered universal acclaim for its storytelling, presentation, and incredible attention to detail. In fact, such was the developer's dedication to the details that fans are still discovering new things, even after all these years. Let's take a look at things players have found in the past 1 year alone. They could very well motivate you to jump back in.
Law never seemed to find the bodies in this town. Damn. All right, let's get to it.
Alexander Butler's Fruit Store. Earning pelts and selling them to trappers are a decent source of money for hunters. While trappers can be found in several different locations, St. Denis, being one of the bigger cities, makes it worth traveling to for selling pelts. However, you may have also seen a fruit stand nearby. As Redditor BlueSpeedMouse557 discovered, this is an actual fruit store that will sell provisions to you and actually greets Arthur if he gets close. Sailing steamboats. Have you ever seen the various steamboats dotting the world and felt it would be cool to steal one for yourself? As it turns out, you can. Outside of Braithwaite Manor, there should be a steamboat casually sailing about near the smaller islands. While it doesn't really open up to any new places, the novelty is still great. Fish and waterfalls. As discovered by Caterpill420 on Reddit, in certain areas with ledges near waterfalls, you'll find some fish just laying on the ground. These indicate the fish that couldn't make it while traversing the waterfall. While it's difficult to confirm whether fish in Red Dead Redemption 2 actually use waterfalls to get around, it's the illusion that counts. Plus, it makes for a nice alternative to fishing. Breaking and entering. For all of the realistic NPCs, towns, and details, you can't just enter every single building in the game, even if you break the windows. However, there are certain locked houses where this is possible. While this can also be done in St. Denis with the mayor's home, where you can then walk out the door, most other buildings simply can't be entered in the same way, as denoted by their opaque windows. Regardless, you now have a good enough reason to go around, examining and breaking every single suspicious window in the game. Scratching post. There's plenty of wildlife that will go out of their way to kill Arthur, whether it's cougars or bears. However, much like the human NPCs, wild animals have their own little interesting details. For instance, as discovered by our dog guides on Reddit, if you observe a bear for long enough, it will eventually use a tree as a scratching post, then getting up on its hind legs to scratch its back. It's kinda cute until it notices you. Arthur's MAXIM gun parts. Snooping around the Vanderlyn gang's camp reveals a ton of interesting details, even if some don't really affect the gameplay. Behind Arthur's tent, as discovered by ChilledWolf96 on Reddit, are parts for a MAXIM gun, the turret-like minigun that absolutely shreds enemies. While you can't miss it, it does give some context to our best selves, where Arthur quickly puts together a MAXIM gun to defend the gang. So if you've ever wondered how that's possible, it's because he's had practice. Over the rainbow. When speaking to Tilly, who's overlooking the land with a rainbow in the sky, Arthur will remark about how there might be a pot of gold at the end of it. If you actually investigate one end of the rainbow, it leads to the abandoned town of Limpany. Several players discovered a lockbox in the remains of the sheriff's office, which contains what else but a gold bar. Not exactly a pot of gold, but still very valuable, and yet another amazing little detail. Mask not needed.
Pardon me, feeling that kind of pain. But I know now that you don't get to live a bad life and have good things happen to you.
Some interesting things happen while Arthur changes his accessories, like Dutch chastising him for changing hats in battle. Another interesting conversation happens while riding alongside Rain's Fall, as discovered by Raging Top on Reddit. When donning his mask, the latter will comment on how he doesn't need to keep his face covered out in the wilderness. Arthur will respond, "You'd be surprised. Got a lot of folks looking for me right now," leading to Rain's Fall replying with, "As you wish." He'll be okay. While fishing, it's routine for Arthur to examine a caught fish, along with receiving various details about it. You get the choice to either keep it or throw it back. However, take too long to throw it back into the water and the fish will die in Arthur's hand. He'll remark about the same, and when tossing it back, says in the least reassured fashion, he'll be okay. Fundraiser plaque. During the main story, Arthur can campaign upon a fundraiser to expand on the Quincy Harris Memorial Hall in St. Denis. Donating $20 isn't a big deal and results in a small honor boost, so why not? Return here in the epilogue as John and you'll find Arthur's name on the plaque, thanking him and other donors for his contribution. It's a bittersweet moment if nothing else. Statue puzzle. If you searched for tips on finding treasure back in the day, then this particular puzzle may not seem surprising, but those going in blind and happening upon this strange cave east of Donner Falls may be perplexed to see all these statues standing around. We won't spoil the solution, but suffice it to say that the payoff, a whopping 3 gold bars, is worth it. That's all for now. If you enjoy what you saw, please hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, now is a great time to subscribe. We upload brand new videos every single day. After subscribing, don't forget to enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you next time, right here on GamingBolt.